Any mention for unlisted matter?
My please, Lordship. Lordship may recollect regarding the border issue. Lordship has seized the matter, Division Bench has seized the matter and fixed on 6th February. Similar matter we filed day before yesterday. Therefore, let Lordship may pass
that you can do after the vacation. After the vacation also we can do.
Take together, Lordship.
Yeah, very well. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Much.
From supplementary list, item number 1.
Yes.
PIL has been before your Lordship to bring your Lordship's attention to the illegal coke plants which are operating in Shalang area without even the consent to operate, my Lord. If your Lordship kindly turns to page number 41 for a moment. 41, my Lord, the last page of the PIL petition, my Lord. It says, in the bottom, my Lord, West Khasi Hills.
Why are you appealing?
It says that there are only
There is no pagination.
which have the
There is no pagination.
page number
41, yeah.
the last page
Yes.
of the PIL petition, my Lord.
Yes.
It says, my Lord, in West Khasi Hills, there are only 4 industries which are operating with consent to operate certificate. But in reality, my Lord, there are around 65 coke plants which are operating along the Shalang area, my Lord. And in fact, my Lord, your Lordship is already in session of a similar PIL, my Lord, PIL 9
Yes, Mr. Khan.
of 2022, which had come before your Lordship on.
What is happening?
Lordship.
What is happening? For months together we are going on. Do we have a rogue government over here?
This is already.
Lordship,
For months together we are going on like a broken record. And it appears that there is political and executive support for perpetrating illegality. We will convene at 1:30. I want the Deputy Commissioner and Superintendent of Police to file a signed statement as to how many coke plants are operating in the West Khasi district.
Lordship, can I just give a copy, Lordship? You receive the instruction. No, Lordship, this was taken pursuant to this Honourable Court's order of 8/12/2022, passed in PIL 9 of 2022, which is at page 34.
Page?
Page 34, Your Lordship. Same subject matter, Your Lordship.
It is distressing that the state administration is complicit in the illegal functioning of coke plants in the state, as is evident from the repetition a letter addressed by the Superintendent of Police, West Kasi Hills District, to the Deputy Commissioner, dated December 15, 2022, a copy whereof has been produced in court by the state. Full stop. It may be recalled that despite this court's efforts over the last several months to implement orders passed by the Supreme Court and the National Green Tribunal to prohibit the illegal mining of coal and the illegal setting up of coke plants, the state government has done precious little. Full stop. Indeed, it now appears that the state government has spared no effort to circumvent orders and actively connive with the operators of the plants. Full stop. Paragraph. According to the writ petitioner in this public interest matter, there are more than 60 coke making units in the West Kasi Hills district against the admitted position that only 4 units have been granted consent to operate. Full stop. Paragraph. The letter dated December 15, 2022, placed on behalf of the state reveals that a spot inspection was conducted by the Committee on the Environment of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly on August 18, 2020 on all the coke making units in and around Shalang, which is in the West Kasi Hills district. This limited inspection revealed 16 coke making units operating without any permission from the appropriate authorities. Full stop. According to a document issued by the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board and relied upon in the writ petition, which is corroborated by the letter of December 15, 2022, only 4 units as Carbochem India, Champagne Riangxiang, Rylingam Coke Industries and MD Coke Industries have consent to operate coke plants in the West Kasi Hills district. Full stop. All other coke plants, whatever may be the size and whoever may be directly or indirectly controlling the same, must be shut down as of today. Full stop. The Chief Secretary will file a compliance report to the Registrar General by December 19, 2022, confirming such position. Full stop. Paragraph. The Deputy Commissioner, West Khasi Hills, along with the Superintendent of Police, will show cause why appropriate action should not be taken against such persons for failing to take appropriate steps against all coke-making units operating without due authority. Full stop. All Deputy Commissioners and Superintendents of Police in other districts should ensure that there is no coke-making unit operating within their jurisdiction otherwise than upon obtaining due consent to operate. Full stop. All Deputy Commissioners and Superintendents of Police of the districts will confirm such position by filing individual reports addressed to the Chief Secretary within a week from date. Full stop. Appropriate paragraph. For those units which have been found to have operated illegally, all material produced should be seized and immediate appropriate action initiated against the persons in control of the units in accordance with law. Full stop. Paragraph. In the suo motu proceedings initiated by this court pertaining to the continued illegal mining of coal in the state, despite the orders of the Supreme Court and the NGT, the latest order of December 8, 2012 noticed, inter alia, as follows. Open quote, paragraph. It must be observed that the order passed by the NGT on July 8, 2022 called upon the state to take appropriate action to frame an action plan regarding the offending coke oven units established prior to December 23, 2020 to make them compliant of the citing norms laid down in the notification dated December 23, 2020. No, cut it out. In the latest order, that paragraph, it was observed that the State Pollution Control Board should maintain a strict vigil to ensure that environmental norms were not violated and if violated, appropriate action be taken. Full stop. The functioning of any coke oven plant without due permission would amount to flagrant violation of the environmental norms, and the State Pollution Control Board should get cracking against such units in the state which are found to have functioned without due authority in law. Full stop. Paragraph. If the state is unable to implement this order or subsisting orders of courts and tribunals that are binding on it, comma, this court will have to look at resources beyond the state to enforce such orders. Full stop. Paragraph. It is a matter of crying shame that the position continues, comma, both pertaining to illegal coal mining and the functioning of unauthorized coke oven plants. Full stop. It may not be a coincidence that the elections are around the corner. Full stop. The matter will appear immediately after the vacation, and earlier still, comma, if mentioned on behalf of the petitioner, upon the failure of the state to strictly comply with the directions contained herein.
Please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship,
I'm
the
deeply obliged, my lord.
State Pollution Control Board has got their own lawyer, Your Lordship. They are respondent number 3 in this.
Whatever it is, they'll serve the unserved respondent should be served immediately,
Yeah, they are private respondents also.
along with copies of this. How does this happen, Mr. Khan? How does this happen? If we are pushed, we know how to react.
Yeah, absolutely, Your Lordship. Because the 8th December order, Your Lordship, clearly give a direction to the State Pollution Board. Comply with it. And
The entity says do it, you deliberately don't do it.
Lordship is. That part, Lordship, is observed, absolutely correct. Lordship, the State Pollution Board Council was not there in the court today. Notice has not been served because they are supposed to take action. So, as state, we have got different responsibilities. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And there are private respondents, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Previously, we said that these people will be held in contempt if they do it. Still, they continue merrily. Yes. Call the next matter, please.
Obliged, my lord.
Item number 2.
This is the PIL concerning the felling of trees.
Yes. What is the position?
I have the instructions, I have prepared a brief outline of that thing.
Give him a copy, yes.
Pen.
Yes. We're looking at the sketch map.
My lord, may I draw a lot of first to my brief note, my lord.
Yes.
This is the outline of the entire thing, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, the entire Shillong-Dauki road project has been divided into 5 packages, my lord.
Yes.
The first package, it starts from Shillong up to 7th mile, and this includes construction of a flyover at the point where the trees are sought to be cut, my lord. That is one thing.
There's a flyover which is coming by the side of the road.
My lord, it is coming from Mahavir Park, Jhalupara, my lord, towards the Anjali petrol pump. If you Lordship sees the map,
Page 3, my lord.
page 3, my lord, the second map, the larger map, my lord.
Yes.
Map is demarcated in yellow.
That is the flyover.
That is the flyover.
Where is the existing road?
My lords, it is proposed on the existing road, my lords.
So which means that there will be further disruption of traffic. The existing road isn't capable of handling the present traffic. If you're going to construct a flyover on that, it's not on the side or anything.
My lord, what it appears from this
If it is on the existing road, then why do you need to fell trees?
it requires widening, my lord, because what is proposed, my lord, the flyover coming from Guwahati side, my lord, from Jalupara, it will take a left turn from the junction. It will join the main road near somewhere before Anjali petrol pump, my lord. And the traffic coming from Guwahati and going towards Dauki will take the underpass. So the traffic will be segregated at this junction, my lord. This is primarily proposed for decongestion of that bottleneck, my lord. Secondly, my lord,
In the second map, in the bigger map,
my lord,
the larger pink blob is Anjali Point, I suppose.
My lords? No, my lords, this is that point, my lords, where the road bifurcates to go to Upper Shillong and Guwahati, my lords.
Oh, so down here will be going to Guwahati, so and turning left will go to Upper Shillong.
Yes, my lords. Anjali Point, your lordships will find on the right-hand side, top corner of the
written
map.
600, my lord.
After 900, on top of 900, my lords, there's a little circle, that is Anjali Point, my lords.
After 900.
My lords, if your lordships, 600 is where the flyover ends, my lords, 700, 800, 900, my lords. Beyond 900, there's a circle, my lords, that is Anjali Point.
That is Anjali Point. From there, it appears to be a thinner flyover.
No, there's no flyover there, my lords. That's the other point that I wanted to point out, my lords. Apparently, the road, my lords, again comes back to a 2-lane here.
If the yellow portion is a flyover, then the flyover appears to be,
It ends somewhere near the military hospital, my lords, if your lordships are.
where is the Guwahati bifurcation?
My lord, if you are going from Anjali Pump, my lord, Anjali Pump with that circle, we take the little leftwards, my lord, then if this project is complete, for going to Guwahati, we'll take the flyover, my lord.
Oh, and those going to Jawai will go below.
Go below and go.
That's what it looked like.
But not Joy, my lord, they will be going to Nostan, my lord.
Sorry, no.
Nostan, my lord. And the traffic coming from Guwahati side, my lord.
Traffic coming from?
Guwahati and going towards Nostan or Dauki, my lord.
Yes.
They'll take the underpass below the
Yes.
flyover, my lord.
So the bottom left of the map is the road going to Upper Shillong.
Upper Shillong, my lords.
And where are the trees being felled on this map?
My lords, somewhere around between point 800 and 900, my lords.
Only between 800 and 900.
The trees that have been felled as of now.
How many have been felled?
8, my lords, as per this report, 8 have been felled.
Between 800 and 900.
900, my lords.
And the rest is between 800 and let us say 400.
Yes, my lords.
And on the side of the road are they, Dr. Mazikar?
My lord, on the previous sketch map, you will sees, my lord, the pink color one.
Yes,
My lord, the Anjali Point is shown here, my lord.
yes.
Then it is shown 103 number of trees in this stretch, my lord.
Where is 103?
If you are going, is Rilbong Point the point from where you turn right for Guwahati?
Yes, my lord.
So, if you go to Rilbong Point, then after Rilbong Point, there are hardly any trees up to Jalupara.
My lords.
On the right hand side, there are trees, my lord.
Let's,
The cantonment land
if
is
your
there.
lordships see that map at page 2,
Yes.
between Anjali Point and Jhalupara, my lords, on the right hand side, they have written 103 trees, my lords. I think this is what they're talking about.
Yes.
Because here again, my lords, they've written
And
277
even more alarming is that from Rilbong Point, that Upper Shillong side
To
to
Mahadev
Mahadev Khola, 277 trees.
my lords.
That is possible because that they have to get into the forest
My lords.
on the left side because it's the army area. The moment you cross the bridge,
My lords.
it's the army area.
Lordships.
A lot of that has to be felled, so they'll have to get into that. But on the right hand side, there is the khad, so they can't construct on that. So all along, it has to be that area where it's unavoidable.
Well, if I remember correctly, in the earlier PIL, because a committee was constituted where I was also a member, from Rilbong Point onwards, right up till Upper Shillong, till Elephant Falls, we had done an inspection. And those trees were part of those 5,000 trees that were cut down, because there are certain portions of the road which have deviated from the existing highway and they go through the forest.
Yes, there are at least 2 points.
Lodges.
Near Don Bosco Sunnyside
Lodges.
and the other, there are at least 2 points where it deviates.
It enters the forest.
It enters the forest, where it has been leveled and...
Substantial number of trees were felled at that point of time. This 103 trees is what we are here before your lordships with.
Is there no way of avoiding or lessening?
Well, what I have been told that after a lot of persuasion from the defense authorities, we have been able to get this land, my lord. And there's a sort of quid pro quo that we have to level their land, or the defense land, construct a boundary wall for them. So the complete package requires this. This is imperative that these 103 trees have to be removed, my lord. This is what my instruction as of.
And what are you doing to compensate?
Right, as far as compensation, my lord, this is not a forest land, my lord. The requirement under the Environment Protection Act is that if a forest land is used for non-forest purpose, my lord, then
Generally also, even if in the heart of the city, you're removing trees, felling trees, elsewhere we require transplantation of the trees, or we require planting.
Yes.
It's not as if that you can get away without. What is there any law or rule in that regard, Mr.?
There is a judgment of this honorable court in one of the matters filed. For every 10 would have to be planted.
Yes, Lord. So they have to plant 10 trees for each tree felled, my lord. And as per their manual, they after construction of highway, my lord, they will also plant trees besides highway, my lord. They have to do that.
That is let us extract that from them, because this is an absolute bottleneck. And the whole of the city is choked because of this.
Well, I don't differ on this. Only thing else, I would make a humble prayer with your lordships, as has been seen earlier also. If a committee is set up, we can
those will be delay matters, Mr. Paul. We'll take care.
Within a week's time,
We'll accept their wisdom. We'll request them that to the extent that they can avoid or reduce the number, we'll request them. But
the other aspect,
external committee and court-appointed things in infrastructural work only delays, leads to cost escalation, and a slight stay today, and that stay continues ad nauseum. So.
My only concern is, that we can explore, if 1 or 2 trees, even if 10 trees out of the 103 can be saved. Because sometimes what happens...
What we will do is, if you take the responsibility, together with some NGO, of transplanting any of the trees, then they will assist you in that, without causing any delay to their project.
These trees, in my humble submission, will be a little difficult to transplant because they are all mature trees. If they were about...
Mature trees are transplanted. Houses are shifted these days.
That is there.
Houses go on wheels. So we have the technology and the science and the...
We can explore that. We'll explore.
But I personally, we don't want this to get into this court system, because this is something without which Shillong will choke.
Well, it's in my humble submission, with all due respect, even if this flyover comes, it will only add to the woes, not solve the problem. That is apparent from the map itself.
Let us see.
I am no authority to comment on it.
Let us see. Neither do we. We do not have you and I, we don't have the expertise.
Because,
but we hope that they are doing it in the best interest.
So
therefore...
The only thing is, if the trees are felled on one side of the road also, that would ensure that substantially lesser number of trees would have been felled. Because there's the military hospital, there are very few trees on that particular stretch from Rilbong Point right up to military hospital. There are very few trees that are there. Beyond that, in that bend which comes towards Anjali Point, there are these few mature trees which would obviously have to go. But my lords, if there is spelling on both sides of
Just
the
at
road.
the Anjali point, there is a Human Rights Commission on the left.
Yes, yes, my lords.
Human Rights Commission building on the left.
My lords.
Then as you turn, you get into military areas on both sides.
My lords.
On the right side, there are less trees. On the left side, there are more trees.
My lords.
And we take it that they would take all that into consideration. They would have taken that into consideration. If not, they would take that, they would revisit it once.
If that falls from your lordships, my lords.
We will request them, but we don't want to interdict anything at this moment.
My lord, apart from this, a small prayer, my lord. What I found, my lord, if the lordship sees out of the 5 packages, as of now, the work is progressing only on 2 packages, my lord. 2 packages, contractors have withdrawn. 1 package near Peninsula, my lord, because of the local issues. The road alignment itself has not been finalized till now, my lord. And there's
We request the state government to, because after all, at the end of the day, is the state government which benefits from all this.
So, my lord, what I was requesting, my lord, if any of our learned advocates can volunteer and the project can be monitored by lordships, my lord, in a PIL, my lord.
Not at this stage. Right now, it's restricted to these trees. Let's keep it confined to that. Let's not make it a court-implemented project. We are not very good at it.
Well, what I hear from them, my lord, because of lack of coordination between various government departments, state government departments, everything is delayed, my lord.
Very good. We'll defer to it and we'll see. The petitioner, a public-spirited lawyer practicing in this court, has, quite appropriately, brought to the notice of this court that about 103 mature trees are proposed to be felled between Anjali Point and Jhalupara for the widening of the road and the construction of a flyover. Full stop. Paragraph. The petition was moved on December 15, 2022, when the state was represented by Learned Advocate General. Full stop. No instructions were available with Learned Advocate at that stage, and an assurance was given to court that further felling of trees would not take place before the matter was next taken up. Full stop. Dr. Moika, learned DSGI, who was present in court, was requested to look into the matter on behalf of the National Highways Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, NH whatever IDCL. Paragraph. The NHIDCL submits that the widening of the road between Anjali Point and Jhalupara and the construction of a flyover at Wilborn Point are now form a part of the widening of the Shillong-Dauki road of approximately 71 kilometers. Full stop. According to NHIDCL, there is a major bottleneck at Rilbong Point where the road turns right towards Guwahati and carries on straight towards Upper Shillong, when vehicles approach from Anjali Point. Full stop. Paragraph. In a previous public interest litigation pertaining to the traffic congestion in the city, it has also been noticed that Rilbong Point is a major bottleneck as cars approach from 3 directions on a regular basis, and the waiting period can run into several hours when traffic is at its worst. Full stop. Indeed, on the Guwahati-Shillong road, downhill, traffic may be seen piled up beyond Maulai and sometimes all the way down till Mauyong. Full stop. Paragraph. NHIDCL submits that the Shillong-Dauki road, which has been divided into 5 packages, has already run into rough weather, as only 2 of the packages are ongoing, and because of local issues, particularly relating to handing over of the acquired land,
Incumbrance-free acquired land,
the 3 contractors in respect of the other 3 packages have abandoned their contracts. Full stop. The corporation maintains that any impediment to the proposed construction on the Anjali-Jhalupara section will lead to cost escalation and add to the already congested traffic in entering and exiting Shillong. Full stop. Paragraph. According to the corporation, after a lot of persuasion at the behest of the state government, precious defense land has been permitted. Precious defense land has been handed over for the purpose of widening of the road and access to such defense land necessitates the felling of the 103 trees towards the right of the road while approaching from Anjali Point to Jhalupara. Full stop. The corporation assures the court that repeated studies and surveys have been conducted to ensure the least disruption and destruction of the environment, full stop, paragraph. The petitioner suggests that a committee may be appointed to look into the matter, particularly since a previous committee appointed by this court pertaining to another stretch of the proposed widened Shillong-Dauki Road found that a minor change in the alignment would save several trees, full stop. Paragraph, considering the crying need to decongest the relevant area, the court is not minded to inflict, and the court is not minded to take any step which may result in any delay, and the court only requests the NHIDCL to review its position and to ensure that the minimum number of trees be touched or felled in course of widening of the relevant stretch and the construction of the flyover, proposed flyover, full stop. The NHIDCL is also reminded that unlike the temporarily abandoned work in the other stretches after the felling of trees, there can be no let-up in the work carried out in the Anjali Point to Jalupara sector, particularly after the trees have been felled, and timelines with appropriate bar charts in such regard should be furnished by the NHIDCL by way of an affidavit. Full stop. The relevant affidavit will also reveal the opinion after conducting a review in the matter of felling 103 trees on the relevant stretch. Full stop. Such affidavit be filed within a week after the vacation. Paragraph. As far as the other packages of the Shillong-Dauki Road are concerned, NHIDCL seeks the appointment of a monitoring committee to ensure that land already acquired for the purpose is handed over immediately and alignment problems are avoided by keeping the local alignment problems are avoided at the intervention of local residents in certain areas. Full stop. Paragraph. Apropos such prayer, the state government is directed to ensure that a committee is set up with the chief engineer of PWD roads and a secretary level official for the smooth and quick handing over of the acquired land and the resolution of local issues that may arise in the other stretches for the work to be taken up in right earnest and completed without undue delay. Full stop. The secretary in the PW department of the state will file an affidavit to indicate the measures taken and the progress made in such regard. Full stop. If it is found that there is no effective measures taken by the state, comma, a separate committee may be set up by the court. Full stop. Paragraph. It will be open to the petitioner to inspect the stretch of road, the relevant stretch of road where the 103 trees are proposed to be felled, comma, of which 8 have already been taken down.
9
Of which 9 have already been taken down. Full stop. Without causing any delay to the project, comma, the petitioner may also explore measures, comma, with the assistance of NGOs and experts, comma, to transplant any precious or valuable tree that is proposed to be felled.
Right.
Full stop. Paragraph, it goes without saying that the NHIDCL will plant equivalent number of trees at the earmarked spots, at the earmarked areas for felling the 103 trees on the relevant stretch. Full stop. NHIDCL is also requested to ensure that appropriate tall trees are planted after the completion of the project so that the stretch of the road, so that some of the pristine glory is returned to such stretch of the road. Full stop. The matter will appear a week after the vacation.
Only one place, 3 contractors have not abandoned, 2 contractors have abandoned.
2 contractors have abandoned. Whereas 3 contractors, 2 contractors.
One has not yet been awarded because of alignment.
Right.
Deeply.
Mr. Advocate, just take some interest and monitor it because this will ease the traffic problem also, and they say that they are not getting assistance. At the end of the day, the state will gain.
Yes, Your Lordship. In fact, the issue came to me for my opinion. I gave the opinion in one of the streets, and they have handed over the land. There was some legal issue which was being raised.
So PHE pipelines, we can see exposed PHE pipelines.
Yes, so there are pipelines all along the stretch.
They are supposed to be removed.
Yes.
They are not removed. And the electricity lines in many places, some one PHC is there in the pipeline.
One of the, just one paragraph we added in there. One of the grievances of NHIDCL is that PHE pipes which are found stored on the roadside have not been removed, and utility lines have not been relocated for the construction work on certain stretches. Full stop. Surely, comma, the state government will wake up to the problem and take immediate appropriate measures to enable the project to be completed, since such project, comma, at the end of the day, will inure only to the benefit of the state.
Right.
Item number 3.
Yes, yes, sir.
Electricity company is once again before your lordship.
Yes.
Your lordship, while earlier order dated, your lordship has held that MOU is a terminable contract and it has been terminated, my lord.
Yes.
And your lordship gave liberty to the electricity company to go to MECRC with regard to the load factor, my lord. This
Yes.
load factor. The companies went against the same order of termination of MOU has been stayed. We went, in fact, interim order, ex parte interim order was passed, my lord. We went and we sought revocation of interim order. That was not granted. We came before London single judge. London single judge observed that the matter should be heard, and after hearing, my lord, again in teeth of your lordship's order, again the order of termination has been stayed, my lord, and we are bleeding. In fact, as on today, we are having in excess of 100 crores of liability, my lord. They have to pay more than 155 crores.
How much is due? How much is due?
Now 55 crores was due in January 2022, my lord. Now every
Bills
year
are being
it is
paid,
accumulating.
All bills are paid. As a matter of fact, the interim order of the commission.
They say that everything has been paid.
The commission's
No, your
interim
lordship,
order, your
they-
lordship will kindly see. The commission records, Millets, that whatever is the current dues that you have to continue paying. If we don't pay, they'll immediately disconnect. That's one, Millets. Number two, Millets, the commission holds that since the matter is to be heard.
Let us see.
Millets, I'll take your
Commission
lordship.
holds.
I'll take your lordship. Millets.
They are paying only on a special tariff, not on the industrial tariff.
I'll take your lordship to the interim order. Millets, your lordship will find out from page 72, Millets.
72.
Para 24, your lordships. It is categorically made clear, your lordships have it, Millets. It is categorically made clear that the principal respondent number 2 may recover due of the energy consumed by the applicant's petitioners based on the said special tariff rate approved by this commission and also incorporated in the MOU and tariff order dated so-and-so. And the applicant's petitioners shall pay the bill within 30 days from the date of this order. If not already paid, the principal respondent may take steps for realization of the bill as stated above. So insofar as the bills are concerned, Millets, everything is paid. I can produce, Millets, the receipts to your lordships. As per the rates, Millets, we've been paying. The issue here, Millets, your lordships would recollect that matter had come on appeal before your lordships. Your lordships held that writ courts would not interfere in that matter. If at all, Millets, it has to go before the MACRC regarding that 68% load factor. In this order, Millets, the commission records that material has not been placed before the commission regarding that 68% load factor.
Where is that?
Millets.
Your lordship, kindly see paragraph 23.
I will just take a
look.
I will take your lordships to
23.
Paragraph 23, my lord.
Para 16 Millets at page 68.
Let's see 23 first.
Millets.
Also, the matter will be an issue of revenue. No prejudice caused to the ex parte and interim order dated made absolute as at the final applicants and be adequate to common area. They will go away. No. This is no ground. 23 is rubbish.
Millets. Regarding the 68% load factor is the main issue, Millets. That is there before your lordships.
How much, according to you, remains due?
100 crore rupees, my lord. As on today, it's not less than
As per
100
the
crore.
100 crores.
As per the petition, Millets, it's 24 crores. I don't know how this
Very
happens.
well. Deposit 24 crores with them. Deposit 24 crores with them without prejudice, and then we take up the matter.
Millets.
According to the petition, you say it's 24
Please
crores.
say, Millets.
You are saying,
Corporation says.
according to you, the petition says 24 crores.
Millets.
Deposit the 24 crore without prejudice. They will receive it. They will not appropriate it without the matter coming up.
Millets, I'll just have to take instructions on that. End of the board, Millets. Your lordships may kindly have it.
End of the board, this will be end of the board. Today is the last day, this will be.
End of the board. Your lordships have a couple of matters on the main list, Millets.
Very
I'll just obtain instructions on telephone, Millets.
Get some money and thereafter.
Yes, sir, lordship. Some money
Yes.
is coming, lord.
It's they are being paid, Millets. All these
We are not going into the controversy that the commission will go.
Millets. I'll just obtain instructions on this issue, Millets.
If you do, we'll dispose of both the appeal and the writ petition and then direct the commission to decide it expeditiously.
Well, this is a writ petition, or is the other thing as wanting to point out before lordship. But the lordships have taken it.
Both will go and the commission will decide.
I'll just obtain instructions.
Yes.
From the main list, item number 1.
You're inaudible, Mr. Saraf. You have to unmute yourself.
Am I audible now, Your Lordship?
Yes, very faintly, but you're audible now. The volume has to be increased, yes.
May it please Your Lordship. Lordship, in term of the order, last order dated 4/11/2022, Your Lordship, the concern of the petitioner, Your Lordship, has been taken care of by the state by issuing a notification dated 15 December.
Have you forwarded a copy of this to him?
Lordship, because...
What is that you're handing over, a report?
No, this is the office memorandum, Your Lordship.
Very well. The state seeks to rely on an office memorandum dated
15 December, Your Lordship.
December 15, 2022.
Lordship.
Full stop. Such office memorandum will be filed along with an affidavit as expeditiously as possible. Full stop. A copy of such affidavit must be forwarded to the advocate for the petitioner within 4 weeks from date.
Lordship.
The matter will appear the day after the opening,
Apply, Your Lordship.
following the vacation.
Apply.
Just let's wait for him if he can. Mr. Shaf, are you there?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Very well. That report will furnish to you and then
Lordship, only I have a concern, Your Lordship, because he is appear online from Calcutta. Where do we save the copy?
who is your local advocate, Mr. Saraf?
Mr.
You're there?
We are there.
Then we'll save, Your Lordship, accordingly.
Yes, very well.
Apply, Your Lordship.
Item number 2.
Please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, on the last day I was allowed to file and to bring on record the birth certificate of the appellant number 1. Your Lordship, which I have complied. The major concern was that to ascertain the age of the appellant number 1.
Sorry?
To ascertain the age of the appellant number 1, Your Lordship.
Yes.
So the facts of the case was that there were 2 advertisements floated by the school authority, Your Lordship, where the first advertisement was
Have you filed the additional documents?
yes, Your Lordship, I have filed.
Have you got the copy of the additional documents?
I have.
Have you dealt with the additional documents?
My lord, she is overage, my lord, as per the document itself.
Yes.
My lord, she does not, the age criteria is not met over here. Now, my learned
Criteria is
friend's
not
case is that there were 2 advertisements.
Yes.
Now, there is a communication that the first advertisement was stood cancelled.
Yes.
Because the first advertisement was only for the advertisement says that only people from a particular area can apply for the post. An objection was made by an ex-student, the advertisement was done away with. Thereafter, the second advertisement came, the interview process was held on the basis of the second advertisement. At that point of time, she was overage.
So the cutoff date, by the cutoff date in terms of the second advertisement, she was over.
She was overage, my lord. There is communication to that effect also. And my lord has also decided a particular similar case. If lordship will remember, my lord, this...
Yes, it's the date of the advertisement or the date of receipt of application, or if there's a cutoff date specified, which has to be covered. Previous advertisement is of no effect. Show us the advertisement over here.
Page 43, my lord, of
The second advertisement. Page 43.
The second advertisement is, my lord, page 48.
48?
48.
No, 48 is just translated copy.
It's at 49, Your Lordship.
49, my lord.
49.
It's in Khazi language and it's
So the qualification, where is the age criterion?
it's not mentioned, Your
It
Lordship.
is not mentioned, my lord.
Then,
But my lord, as per the, my lord, the norms.
what norms? What norms? Show us the norms.
My lord, lordship, I can give...
How was she communicated that she is overage? If there is no age criterion which is operational.
My lord, lordship will... My lord, I'll give a copy of this.
No, don't hand over copies. You filed affidavits.
My lord.
Why do you look at papers outside your affidavit? Affidavits are meant for disclosing documents.
My Lord, Lordship will come to page 53 of the memo of appeal, my Lord.
Yes.
My Lord, it says that on the above subject and letter under reference, I am to inform you that the proposal for appointment of the post of the assistant teacher at such and such school has been rejected by this office, white letter number such and such, dated 16 July 2020. But as per letter under reference received from the President of the Managing Committee, it was informed that the above teacher is well within the age limit at the time of calling up the first interview, which indicates that there are 2 advertisements made by the school authority for the same. In this connection, you are to instruct to clarify the matter and to furnish the first advertisement to the office of the undersigned for necessary action from our end. So, my Lord, there were 2 interviews for 2 advertisements.
Where is your second advertisement?
My Lord, second advertisement, it does not specify age.
If the second does not specify any age, she is not barred. She has to be given a chance.
But, my Lord, as per the norms, my Lord.
Where are the norms?
My Lord, I'll give you a copy of these compilations.
We will throw it out.
My Lord, Lordship, kindly see the...
Why haven't you filed it with the affidavit?
My Lord, it is
evident that the respondent authorities fix no age limit while issuing a second advertisement for the recruitment process after cancelling the first. Full stop. Paragraph accordingly, since it, prima facie, appears that the petitioner has been wrong, that the appellant has been wrong, the recruitment process will remain stayed till the appeal is disposed of. Paragraph, though the respondent authorities have used an affidavit before the writ court, several documents which do not form a part of such affidavit are sought to be relied upon, full stop. Such documents may be disclosed by way of an affidavit to be filed by the reopening date, full stop. The matter will appear on the first Monday available.
Mr. Lordship, that document is relied by the writ petitioner, Your Lordship, not by the state.
by the petitioners.
Those documents,
Which documents?
the norms, Your Lordship.
Yes. You have to show your advertisement only indicates apply by so and so. And if you want to say that advertisement is governed by norms, you have to show the norms. Disclose the norms, yes. Hopefully the recruitment process has not been completed yet.
My Lord, she's already in service, my Lord.
Maybe, has this appointment been made?
No, my Lord,
Very well.
Second call from supplementary list.
Obliged.
Number 4.
Try to seek instructions. Well, it's there in the process because there are 10 companies involved. Well, it's what has fallen from your lordships, well, has been conveyed to them. Well,
We'll modify it, we'll say that where is the interim order? What is the interim order passed?
the interim order simply says, Malaj, that the main matter is to be heard. Until then, there will be a stay.
Yes.
May I show 2 pages, my lord? Your
Yes.
lordship, kindly see your lordship earlier order at page 207, my lord. Page 207, my lord.
Yes.
Paragraph 12, your lordship.
Yes.
Prayer in the writ petition read in the context of subsequent letter of 17 January 2022 implied in effect that the writ petition approves this
Yes. You have
termination
forward.
clause, and then your lordship will see kindly see 17, paragraph 17 at 210.
Yes.
There is no basis to writ petitioner and writ petitioners appear to have failed to meet a condition precedent as indicating in governing the agreement to be entitled to the beneficial tariff. So your lordships have held that they are not entitled to beneficial tariff. And
clarified in the subsequent paragraph.
Prayer 220, your lordship, kindly see prayer 220. The prayer 220 in the present petition which they have filed before MCRC.
220.
Yes, your lordship. Direct the respondent to forthwith withdraw, recall, otherwise forbear, giving effect of notice of 17 January 2022. Your lordship has already said that I am entitled to apply, terminate by virtue of 17th January 22 notice. Despite your lordship,
we are not going into that. We are not going into that because that we will record your submission. We are not going into that. According to you, there are 10 petitioners over here.
Well, is there 10 companies which were?
Well, 10 companies.
Well,
and according to you, the total dues are 24 of all these.
28 millets. They say it's 28. It's there in their pleadings.
Where is it?
May I
find it at millets?
I am not
Page 3. We'll come to you.
Page 3 millets.
Page 3 of the appeal papers.
This is a writ petition, millets, which is like the other.
Very good. Writ petition. Page 3.
Last paragraph, millets. The difference in amount between the regular last balance 1, 2, 3, 4,
between the regular tariff and the special
approximately 28 crores.
Date of issuance of disconnection notices. Yes. Yes, Mr. Kumar.
Yes, sir. Lordship may see this much only without indicating the amount, my lord, that they are liable to pay the tariff on regular tariff basis. Whatever amount is calculated, we will give them.
No. That will leave them completely helpless.
Mileage.
What we will say, you specified an amount, this 28 crore, this 28 crore will direct. Yes?
They are, my lord, they are not even disputing the amount which we have been claiming, my lord. Kindly see page.
When is the matter due to appear before the commission?
Commission is, my lord, if I explain in
First
2
week
lines.
of January must be millets.
Very good. So we will direct them to pay this 28 crore in all, and if the they deposit the 28 crore, this 28 crore they will deposit by the 27th of December, and if they have not deposited, then the interim order passed by the commission will not operate. So the order will operate conditionally now. If by the 27th end of working hours they have not paid the 28, then it will cease to operate. You will be entitled to take steps in accordance with law. Once they deposit this, you will keep this as a deposit and not appropriate the money pending further orders of the tribunal. That is number 1. We will also record your submission that the fundamental prayer made before the tribunal is contrary to the finding of the court rendered in that judgment.
Yes, Sir Lordship. And they should continue to pay the tariff, regular tariff also.
That is already there in the interim order. Regular tariff is provided for in the interim order.
Special tariff. Interim order says that
special rate, yes, that they will pay the special rate.
Direct that the matter be disposed of expeditiously, millets, without delay. So, millets, only millets, no consent from my end may be recorded because I don't have any instructions to that effect. Millets.
Well, we will vacate the order straight away. You play fast and loose with us, we know.
Millets, I have conveyed.
We will vacate it straight away. It's completely contrary to our paragraph 20.
Millets,
you play along with us, we also know how to deal with you.
Millets, I have.
Thank you, we understand you.
Millets.
Absolutely.
For the MSERC, they admit that they are not maintaining load factor.
Where is that page of our order that you showed us?
It is at your lordship 210. Your lordship 210.
Just a second.
Yes.
This is a writ petition.
The present
petition.
This is a
226 they've invoked.
This is 226, not an appeal.
No. Yes, sir. Millets, and one of the points that I wanted to point out before Lordships, Millets, this is an appealable order under the Electricity Act.
Under the Electricity Act.
Your Lordship has dealt this.
And the other factor is, my lords, that there is a same matter pending before the single judge, my lords, of this honorable court.
Para 10 206.
Yes.
206 para 10.
And they came earlier, my lord, against 17th January 2022 order. They filed writ petition. They got the stay and they got the order in their favor. I came before your lordship. Then your lordship vacated the order, directed them to pay. This 17/1/2022 was upheld by your lordship.
Yes, but why don't you go? Why don't you go before the appellate authority now?
Your lordship, what we are saying is that they are lacking in jurisdiction when your lordship has already held that 17 January 2022.
No. There is an alternative remedy available. Why have you invoked the writ jurisdiction? Why don't you prefer an appeal?
Because your lordship has held that it's a discretion of your lordship and your lordship's order is...
That is a no. Then you go before me.
Your lordship kindly see 17th...
Aptel, my lords, as your lordship said.
Your lordship, in appeal in Aptel are taking 3 years, my lord. 3 years, my lord.
Well, the other thing is, my lords, the commission has been made a party to invoke 226, my lords. Even though there is no condition of malified or otherwise as against...
No, that does not allow. Otherwise, the order of the commission is amenable to subject to the self-exercise restraint.
Self-restraint, my lords. Plus, I took the liberty of running through your lordship's orders also, my lords, from various Calcutta High Court and Madras High Court as well. Lordships have consistently laid down, my lords. If there is a provision for appeal, I think first that should be exercised. That's what I was trying to point out.
We will not. As a matter of principle, we will not entertain it. No, Mr. Advocate. As a matter of principle, we will not entertain it.
So your lordship kindly see 2 facts, my lord. Only three lines.
You can bypass alternative remedy on 3 conditions. 1, violator of the principles of natural justice. 2, without jurisdiction. And 3, absurdity.
It's both without jurisdiction and absurdity.
No. Without jurisdiction, it does not appear to us. No. I'll
give me 3 facts. I will so my lord. My lord, we entered into the MOU with the companies, my lord. MOU entitled me to terminate the MOU by giving 3 months.
Once you're going into disputed areas, once you're going into disputed questions, it's not without jurisdiction. No.
Your lordship, the dispute
and it was argued on their behalf with the earlier round of litigation that the jurisdiction lies with the MSARC.
Yes.
That is what's been held by your lordship.
Yes,
Your lordship kindly see 2 facts, my lord. Your lordship, they filed a writ petition against the order of termination of MOU, my lord, dated 25/9/2020. We terminated on 25/9/2020.
They filed a writ petition with the
challenging the termination order.
They filed it before the commission.
No, we had originally come before your lordship's, my lords, in the single judge. Single judge ruled in our favor, my lords. The judgment was delivered, carried an appeal before your lordships. Your lordships held, writ court will not go into these issues. If at all, it has to go before the commission. Because the MOU also stipulated, my lords, that any difference arising has to go before the commission. So it is on that background that judgment came to be delivered, and your lordships clarify in this last paragraph, my lords, that is only for the purposes of adjudicating this appeal, these facts. We go before the commission, they then, my lords, don't file an appeal, and my lords, they have come before your lordships by way of
Just a second.
They have come before your lordships by way of a writ petition. Now that
from the interim order of the commission.
Yes. And that also
Yes, your lordship. In the first round, my lord, they filed a writ petition before your lordship, before this honorable court, challenging my termination order of 25/9/2021, my lord. The learned single judge on their...
Forget that is old hat. Forget that is over.
I'm just coming. One more line, my lord. Then thereafter we challenged in appeal before your lordship. Your lordship upheld my termination order. After upholding the termination order, they go and challenge same termination order before the MSCRC. Kindly see prayer 220. They challenge same order which has been upheld by your lordship. Kindly see prayer 220. Their prayer at 220.
And what is our finding?
Finding is nothing, my lord. There are 2 aspects of the matter. Finding is nothing. They are saying that if there is a loss, we will, paragraph 23, which I have shown, my lord. Direct the respondent to forthwith withdraw, recall, and otherwise for we are giving effect of...
It's not a jurisdictional issue. It's not a jurisdictional issue.
Milord, kindly appreciate, Milord, that this is a contempt when your Lordship has upheld my 17th January order. And
why can't you carry it to the regular appellate forum?
It will take 3 years, and the commission has said I can't even terminate. The status quo anti-order has been passed, and we are buying electricity at 6.50 paisa, and they are buying it at 4.5. So we are not even positioned to pay. We are not even positioned to bear this.
Go before the appellate authority. Go before the appellate authority.
Your Lordship, I could have filed a contempt, because once your Lordship has held on that this 17th January order has attained finality.
Take your luck by filing contempt, but this petition will not entertain.
Your Lordship kindly won, because ultimately we will be in dire strait, my Lord. And we came before the single judge also. They also came. They have been coming, my Lord. They also invoked the jurisdiction and got my order stayed. Ultimately, your Lordship.
Appeal, the writ petition is directed against an order dated. What is the date of the order?
5th December 2022.
December 5, 2022, passed by the Meghalaya State Electricity Regulatory Commission at an interim stage of the proceedings instituted before it by the private respondents herein. Paragraph. There is no dispute that the order impugned is amenable to an appeal under the
Electricity Act, Section 111 of the
Section 111 Act of the Electricity Act 2003. It's now the Electricity Act, not the Indian Electricity.
No, Malats, that has been written out.
Electricity Act 2003. Full stop. Paragraph. However, the power company, the petitioning power company submits that the appellate remedy is neither efficacious nor appropriate in the present case, particularly since the primary prayer in the petition before the State Electricity Regulatory Commission is contrary to a finding rendered in an order dated September 5, 2022, passed by this court. Full stop. Paragraph. Ordinarily, when an efficacious alternative remedy is available, the writ court exercises a degree of self-restraint before entertaining a petition under Article 226 of the Constitution filed without availing of the regular statutory remedy. Full stop. The exceptional situations in which the alternative remedy is disregarded and a writ petition is received may be when the order impugned is found to be in breach of the principles of natural justice, or wholly without jurisdiction, or absurd to the meanest mind. Full stop. In the present case, paragraph, in the present case, the writ petitioner claims that since the private respondents herein had earlier approached this court, the objection now raised that the writ court should not entertain the present petition would not lie in their mouths, full stop. However, such contention is unacceptable, full stop. It is possible, paragraph, it is possible that in view of the order dated September 5, 2022 passed by this court, there may not be any merit in the petition filed by the private respondents before the commission, full stop. However, comma, such an argument may be carried in appeal and merely because the petition has been entertained or an interim order has been passed does not amount to the commission having acted without jurisdiction of the kind that would excite the writ court to receive the petition without the alternative remedy being exhausted. Paragraph, the merits of the matter have not been gone into, full stop. The petitioning power company is permitted to avail of the alternative remedy by urging whatever grounds that may be available to it in accordance with law, full stop. WP number so and so is disposed of without going into the merits of the matter. There will be no order as to cause.
One prayer, my lord.
Yes.
Including liberty to file contempt, if any, my lord.
Sorry?
Including liberty to file contempt, my lord, contempt.
We have never not taken away that liberty. We don't confer that liberty.
Your Lordship has recorded the right to file appeal before appropriate authority in all contempt, if any, my lord.
No. In your contempt, we may take action against them, but we will not set aside this order.
Even action will get money, my lord, because they are more than 100 crore rupees they are not paying, and every time they go to the court and they get the order, and we are changing them for last 2 years, my lord, despite termination. That is the fact, my lord. And we will be ultimately bankrupt if these kind of amounts will keep piling up, my lord. My difficulty is this, my lord. Otherwise, I would not have insisted, my lord.
Cannot.
Of course, I'll leave to it.
Thank you. Done?
Yes.
Thank you. You barely got off.
By the scruff of the neck, Mullins.
By the skin of your teeth. No, but really they have no business entertaining it after that finding.
Well, it's only on the issue of 68.
Only on this.
68%. Yes, that's the foundation. Your lordships have also said. If that 68% is not met, Mullins, your lordships have...
There is nothing. They admit that they are not having 68% in their own petition, my lord. It's all chimera which they are trying to...
Very good.
I just want to advance my advance wishes for a...
Yes. We also reciprocate. All of you have a wonderful season and month ahead.
Right.